One of the greatest pitchers you've likely never heard of hails from Cuba. His nickname, El Diamante Negro, the Black Diamond. This is the great Jose Melendez, possessing a dynamic fastball, a great hard-breaking curveball, and pinpoint control to go along with it. He dazzled not only in Cuba, but also in the Negro Leagues here in the United States with the great Kansas City Monarchs. And how did the great Major League manager John McGraw describe Jose Melendez? Only as a combination of Walter Johnson and Grover Alexander. That's pretty good.
Now it's the right fielder, Sellers. And here it comes.
Hey. 0-1.
Mendez wheels and deals. Swings through that
0-2 is the count.
You know, Jose Melendez wasn't just a terrific force on the mound. He was a really great manager, too. He was the player manager for the Monarchs for 3 straight years as Negro National League champs, as well as the 1924 Negro Leagues World Series.
Sanders, batting with 1 down, takes a strike. That one pushed foul. Something I found out, Mendez was actually a shortstop when he was growing up, but he did some relief pitching as well. When Jose signed to Almendares, they made him a starter, and his first start was a shutout. Martin Digo in the box with 2 gone, and takes a look at a called strike. And he's down 0-2 as he swings through it.
2 strikes.
The shortstop takes a ball. 2 outs, base is empty. Got him. Strikes out the.
The relationship between the Negro Leagues and Cuba and Spanish-speaking countries in general was a bond created by baseball. Negro League players would venture down to Cuba well before major leaguers would go there, and of course, they were welcomed with open arms. And as I reflect on my friend Buck O'Neill, who recalled going to Havana, as he would say, when Havana was Havana. Oh, it was absolutely beautiful, as Buck would recall, how much they enjoyed the scenery and the treatment that they were welcomed to when they came to Cuba. And then when the Cuban athletes would venture away from home to come play in the Negro Leagues, they got the exact acceptance here in the Negro Leagues. You see, the Negro Leagues just simply did not care what color you were. All they cared was, can you play?
And now the right fielder, Sellers. And a pitch. That one misses. Ball 1.
Such a long history of great players from Cuba, Boog, and not just in the Negro Leagues. Long before Jackie Robinson broke the Major League color line in 1947, Dolph Luke was an ace for Cincinnati and Brooklyn. He was able to play because of his lighter skin.
2 strikes.
Next offering upstairs. You mentioned those pre-integration Cuban players, Chris. After the color line was broken, of course, that opened the door for more great Cuban-born players like Minnie Minoso, Tony Oliva, Luis Tion Jr., and Tony Perez. Now the number 2 hitter, Sanders. Swing and a pop-up. Has a beat on it. Pulls it down, and there's 2 gone. Ford getting ready to hit.
Well, you brought up those old Cuban players like Minoso and Oliva, but there are plenty of Cuban-born stars in the majors these days, too. Guys like Yordan Alvarez, Raisel Iglesias, Randy Arozarena, and Luis Robert Jr. are lighting things up in the show these days.
To third, and it's through for a hit. So a 2-out knock keeps the inning alive. Next to hit, West. In there for strike 1. That misses, and it's 1-1. And a swing and a miss there.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
Ford off the first with 2 away. And a swing and a miss. Down on strikes, and that is that. Perry, the leadoff batter, as he looks at ball 1. Swings through that.
1 ball, 1 strike.
Strike 2.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
2 strikeouts now for Melendez. So up next, Little. And he chases that one below the zone.
0-1.
Off the mark there. And the count is 1-1. Big swing and a miss.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
Second inning here, no score. Down to the dirt, swing and a miss. Gets the out, 2 down after the strikeout. Digging in, Newman. Fought off foul. Melendez to the plate. And that's off the inside edge. And that's ball 1. That misses. And a count 2-1. Left field, Glass sizes this one up, makes the grab, and that's the inning.
Physically, Jose Melendez reminds me of the great Major League pitcher, Pedro Martinez. Built almost identical. He was a small man, wiry, long arms, long fingers, an arm much bigger than his stature. Blazing fastball, high-rising fastball with a sharp breaking curveball, and then you add the dimension of pinpoint control, he was virtually unhittable.
With the tying run in scoring position in the bottom of the 9th, now here is Perry. The pitch. 1-run game, bottom 9.
No ball, 2 strikes.
Swing and a miss, struck him out. And now it's going to be Little. And there's a ball. Next offering is in for a strike. And now 1-2.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
Just missed. And a swing and a miss. Melendez 1 out away from slamming the door for the Monarchs. So it's their last chance in this one. Newman now at the plate. Bottom of the zone and a called strike. A little bit high. And that's ball 1. And another ball.
Pretty good pitch there to take a rip at. He wants to get his arms extended. He likes the ball away from him a little bit, just not able to square it up.
Gets a piece and stays alive. 1 strike away. Ball game. Melendez closes it out for Case.
Jose Melendez's breakout season in 1908 as a youngster is one for the record books. The Cincinnati Reds had ventured down to Cuba as Cuba was open now for goodwill tours of baseball. Jose Melendez welcomed the Cincinnati Reds to his native Cuba by pitching 25 consecutive shutout innings. Oh, it gets even better. He would go on to add to that number, compiling 45 consecutive shutout innings against both minor and major league teams during that particular jaunt there in Cuba. I'm not sure you'll see that feat duplicated again.
And we're back. Bottom of the inning. Now, Sawyer. Jose Melendez's whole run against the Reds is incredible, but I want to focus on the first game they saw him. Melendez went out there and threw a one-hitter, and he was just 21 years old at the time. The pitch. Swings through that one for strike 1.
0-1.
It's crazy what Melendez was able to do in 1908, and not just against the Reds. He led the Cuban League with 157 strikeouts. That was almost twice as many as the next best pitcher in the league. And he deals.
Hey.
Spoils the 2-strike pitch, and he'll see another.
Back on that series against the Reds, Jose had such dark skin that the Reds wouldn't sign him, even after he dominated their hitters. They did sign his lighter-skinned teammate Armando Marsans 3 years later. Marsans was good, but Melendez was the real star on that squad.
So digging in, Walker. Swing and a miss. 0-1.
0-1's the count.
Ground ball to the right side, and that's just foul. And he hits a ground ball right side, and it finds its way through for a hit. So a man aboard now with 1 away. Here's the center fielder, Todd. And there's the strike. Next offering is downstairs. And that skips into dirt.
2 balls.
Tying run at the plate. Swing and a miss as he was out front that time. And now Rhodes. There's the strike, 95 of that one.
0-1.
The tying run at the plate.
Whoa,
Pitch misses, and a count 1-2. Caught him looking for the K. Bottom 9, here's Turner now. That's in there. 0-1. Righty to the plate.
Ball 1. 1 ball, 2 strikes.
And a swing and a miss, and 1 gone. Saunders in the box now. No balls and a strike. I say you win.
0-2.
And that's outside. And that is ball 1. The punch out there, and they're down to their last out. So they're down to their final out. Here's the left fielder, Fox. Just missed. Strike 1.
1-1.
This could end it. Got him. And that wraps it up for this afternoon.
Jose Melendez had the stuff. He had all the stuff. So much so that the great James Leslie Wilkinson, the owner of the Kansas City Monarchs, would bring the Black Diamond over to Kansas City. Melendez responded as the Monarchs would become a juggernaut there in the Negro National League. Jose Melendez was a tremendous pitcher because not only did he start, he also closed games, many games, as a member of the Kansas City Monarchs. In 7 amazing seasons in the Negro Leagues, Jose Melendez posted a 30-9 one-loss record with a dazzling 3.46 ERA.
Drew Foster digging in now.
When Jose Melendez joined the Monarchs in 1920, he became the final piece of one of the greatest rotations in baseball history.
Nope.
They had Melendez, John Donaldson, and Bullet Joe Rogan, all future MLB Hall of Famers.
That one in there across the letters. Going back to that incredible Monarchs rotation, Chris, it makes me think of the Braves stats in the 1990s. Greg Maddux, Tom Glavine, John Smoltz, or even 2019, the Astros with Cole, Verlander, and Greinke. So the tying run at second. Got him looking. That's a strikeout. And now the shortstop, Perry.
2 more great historic rotations, Boog. The 1966 Dodgers with Sandy Koufax, Don Drysdale, and Don Sutton, and the 1931 Homestead Grays, Bill Foster, Smokey Joe Williams, and Satchel Paige.
And a swing and a miss. Just one more out to get for Melendez and the Monarchs. Little in the box now. Takes strike 1. Hit to right, and that ought to do it. And that's
Jose Mendez's dazzling pitching career was somewhat shortened by the fact that he had some arm trouble about 6 years into his career. And he moved to shortstop, and he played a great shortstop. But when he needed to toe the rubber, Melendez summoned up the strength to get out on the mound, and he dazzled once again, helping the Monarchs capture the inaugural Negro Leagues World Series, an exciting 10-game series against the Hilldale Daisies out of Darby, Pennsylvania. And Jose Melendez was one of the stars of that series, winning the deciding game number 10 to bring the title home to the Heartland.
Jose Melendez stepping in now. Out to short, Perry. They take the force out. That's out number 3. Drake back to work. This one popped up. Foul ground, first base side. Hauls it in for the out. And there's one down. The wind of the pitch. Right side. Sellers drifts towards it. And there's one down. And there's a foul ball. Two on, one out. Now this is in the air down the line. Sellers sizing this one up. Nabs it. Both runners tagging. Changes his mind. Stays put at second with 2 away. So 2 down. And now here is Jose Melendez. There's a swing and a drive. Newman going back. Bang! That one finds the zone. Strike 1. And a rope into center field, base hit. And that keeps the inning going. West will hit next.
It's not just that Jose Melendez won Game 10 of that 1924 Negro Leagues World Series. He won Game 6 in relief, too. But what he did in Game 10 really was sensational. A 3-hit shutout to close out the series.
Melendez kicks and delivers. That misses. Going to count 1 and 2. On that incredible Melendez performance in the 24 World Series, don't forget that he was in his late 30s, and Game 10 was played in Chicago in 30-degree weather. Jose Melendez was absolutely built different. Swings and misses. Jose Melendez just 1 out away from delivering the championship to Kansas City. Little stands in now and watches strike 1. 1 strike away. It's over. Jose Melendez and the Kansas
Jose Melendez was one of the most dominant pitchers this game has ever seen. The Black Diamond. Oh, and he was a great one. He is rightfully enshrined in the National Baseball Hall of Fame. It's almost shameful that it took until 2006 for his induction, but he's finally where he absolutely belongs in the National Baseball Hall of Fame as one of those stellar arms from both Cuba and the Negro Leagues.